who are out here trying to get a great career, maybe start a business, or just trying to get your paper up, do you know that according to this woman, according to her only, that a lot of you have down low tendencies? Yes, a woman actually says this. And go ahead and check this out.
The easiest way to find out what a man is truly about is to identify his relationship with money. If he's constantly chasing after money, constantly chasing after being a player and stuff like that, he is not after a high value woman. Men who chase after money are trying to compensate for lack of emotional maturity. They're trying to attract men or ego, because high value women don't care about money. They don't care about how much money you make. They don't care about your chain. They don't care about your watch. They don't care about that stuff. High value women care about how open you are, how deep you are, how deep is your love. That's what high value women care about. So I be confused on.
So a man has to be gay, basically, to want to make money. He has to be gay to want to provide. He has to be gay to don't want to be in poverty. Maybe he came from abject poverty and he's like, hey, man, I'm going to work my way out of it. I'm going to be a success. I'm going to be, my ancestors' wildest dreams. All that, you relating that to sexual intercourse with another man, okay? Ma'am, I will say this. That's a perverted take. And I don't know any man that got some common sense, it's going to be about his paper. Now, being a player, that's a total separate subject matter. And even he's a player, okay, is he messing with women? So how is he LGBT? So if a man's getting money and got a lot of females, he got to be LGBT. No, ma'am, just admit you don't qualify for the men you want. Just admit that. Say, listen, I don't qualify for the guys that got the bag. I can't even talk to a guy who got a lot of options with women. I can't talk to him. So because I can't talk to them, I'm going to try to insult them, or I'm trying to go put out in the algorithm that something must be wrong with them. They must be LGBT or whatever the case may be. And when I say something's wrong and I mention LGBT, what I mean by that is if a man is not LGBT and he's a straight man and you're putting that out there, you're using the LGBT community as a diss and using them to harm his reputation. And I don't think that's fair to the LGBT community to use them for that. And one thing, I've seen this a lot. Some, not all, some sisters out here will be friends with an LGBT dude, but at the same time, use the LGBT community as a weapon to, shame, or a weapon to discredit, or just try to, put out some defamation about a man that she's upset about. So if a man don't want to sleep with you, he must be gay. See, when they say that, you're using the LGBT community as a thing of shame and a weapon against a person that don't want to genuinely sleep with you. I'm gonna give women something that most men won't give you on these platforms. Reality. There comes a time in a man's life where he's just not hard up for intercourse with nobody. His mind is more focused. He's more disciplined. He understands that I can't be reckless with the head in my pants, so I'm going to be, very intentional with the head on my shoulders. You understand? He understands that I can't be laying down with every other woman out here because I could potentially get her pregnant, and that's going to cause me 18 years of financial turmoil. I won't even get nothing out of all the money I put into the child support system. At least if I put 18 years of $1,000 a month in a mutual fund or a stock or whatever for the 18 years, think about that. So every year you're spending $12,000, okay? And you times that by 18, how much money you would have invested into your mutual fund, into your stock, whatever, right? And then at the end of the 18 years, you get nothing out of it. You don't get no interest. You get nothing out of it. So a man would rather go put $1,000 a month on a mutual fund than $1,000 a month on child support. That's a man that thinks real well. So you can tell a man he's gay all you want. A wise man don't care about what you say about him. He knows what the truth is. And the truth is he's not that way. The truth is he's being smart with his money and his time. That is a God's honest truth with men who's just being smart. And that's what we got to be as men. We got to be smart. The things that ruin a lot of men is child support, okay? Child support. And when you get a child, the turmoil that can happen with that. I love children. I got children, okay? Grown, and my youngest child is about to be 12. Outside of my other grown children. And the only thing, beyond with you fellas, and I'm being real, as your internet uncle, the only power that they have over you is intimacy and childbearing. If you remove those two components, there's not really much they got over you. So if you know how to make wise decisions and not get yourself caught up with that, then you can make some straight moves. But I don't want to see my young brothers, or even men my age, who's silly enough to get a woman pregnant. There's no ROI on child support. Always remember that. Remember that. That's why it's better, and I've preached this sermon many times. Have your children in a marriage and keep your child in your house. That child support system is not a good thing. It's not. Two people that you put money into and you never get nothing out of it, child support and the IRS. That's why you just make sure you can avoid child support. You can't avoid the IRS, unfortunately. Make sure you pay your taxes. Don't get caught up. But no, get your bag, fellas. If she gonna call you gay for that, then well, you can call me whatever you want to call me. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna live a comfortable life. I'm cool. When I do start a family, my family gonna be comfortable. That's really what it is. Period. But it's, some people say this to silly things. I love just to break it down. Be about your paper, fellas. Because the two things that men supposed to do is do what? At minimum, protect, provide. That's at minimum. That's what you're supposed to do. So providing, you got to be about your bag. And please be about it.